Hi, book besties. It is that time of the month again. Whoa. Before you go there, it is our reading wrap up for the month of October. So these are all the books that I read in the month of October, and we're going to talk quickly about how I felt about those books. Some were meh, some were hits, some were also a few of my new favorites, if you will, if you ask me. So let's get into this. The first book I read was God of Ruin by Rena Kent on my Kindle, and I gave this book 3 stars. It wasn't my favorite couple. It wasn't my favorite book that I have read by Rena Kent. There's other books that I thoroughly enjoy more. However, I love this dynamic and I love this world, so I will not be stopping after this one. I will be reading the next one. I'm very excited for that one because Nikolai, thank you, enough is said. The next book I picked up in October was Twilight by Stephenie Meyer, and I gave this book a 3.5, and I think I gave it a 3.5 because of nostalgic reasons, and this book is still iconic, still chaotic, and I'm still Team Edward, so mind your business. Next book I read was The Ashes and the Star-Cursed King by Carissa Broadbent. I gave this book, I believe, a 4-star, and I absolutely love it. The world building, the emotional, the high stakes of this book, and the dynamic of Rain and Aurea, magnificent. I am very excited to pick up the novella before I read the second duology in this series. However, I am nervous to read about the second duology because a lot of people are not a big fan of that one, so I'm nervous. The next book I read was Mate by Ali Hazelwood. This book recently came out this month, October 7th, I believe, and I ran to Barnes & Noble to pick this up. However, after reading it, there is a reading vlog if you guys want my true, honest opinions, thoughts, and feelings as I'm reading this book, but I gave this book a 3-star, and this book is good. Both shifter vibes, definitely a fun, flirty, interesting read. However, I gave it 3 stars because it just didn't hit as Bride did, and I personally like Bride better. So that's that. I'm gonna leave it at that. Thank you. Then I just finished this book today, but I'm gonna include it because everyone deserves to know about this book. This is Quicksilver by Callie Hart. I gave it a 4.5. This is a reread for me, and I wanted to reread it because November 18th, Brimstone comes out, the second book of this series, and I created a little shorts to convince you guys to read this book, so go check that out if you need some convincing. But the world building, the tension, the banter, the chemistry between these two characters is absolutely amazing. I can definitely see rereading it the faults of this book, but I think it's a great romantasy to pick up if you're new to romantasy and you want something easy, digestible, that's not epic fantasy, that you can wrap your mind around. I definitely would recommend this. That being said, those are the 5 books that I read in the month of October, and I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Bye, book besties.